Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about sphenoid bone, and here at the side you can see the superior view and posterior view of sphenoid bone for the reference. So let's start our topic with introduction. Sphenoid bone is an unpaired complex cranial bone located at the base of skull, in front of temporal and occipital bones. Due to its central location, it is often referred to as the keystone bone of skull because it articulates with almost all other cranial bones. It contributes to the formation of cranial floor, orbits, and nasal cavity. Location and structure of sphenoid bone. It is found at the middle cranial fossa forming part of skull bone. It extends across the width of the cranium, connecting with the frontal bone, temporal bone, parietal bone, ethmoid bone, and occipital bones. It resembles a butterfly or bat shape with a central body and two pairs of wings. Parts of sphenoid bone include body, greater wings, lesser wing, and pterygoid processes. First is body. It is the central portion of sphenoid bone. It contains the sphenoidal air sinuses, which are air-filled cavities lined with mucosa. On its superior surface there lies the sella turcica, that is a saddle-shaped depression that houses the pituitary gland. Next part of sphenoid bone is greater wing. They are large wing-like extension projecting laterally from the body. They contribute to the floor of middle cranial fossa and the lateral wall of the skull and orbit. They contain important foramina that include foramen rotundum that transmit the maxillary nerve, foramen ovale that transmit the mandibular nerve, and foramen spinosum that transmit the middle meningeal artery. Next part of sphenoid bone is lesser wing. They are thin triangular plates projecting laterally from the upper anterior body. They form the part of the floor of anterior cranial fossa and roof of orbits. The optic canal passes through them, allowing the optic nerve and ophthalmic artery to enter the orbit. Next part are pterygoid processes that are project downward from the junction of body and greater wing. Each process consists of medial plate and a lateral plate separated by pterygoid fossa. They provide attachment for pterygoid muscles which are essential for mastication. Important features of sphenoid bone include sella turcica, that is depression on the posterior surface of body housing the pituitary gland. Second important feature is sphenoidal sinuses, that are air cavity that reduce skull weight and remove the resonate the voice. Next function is optic canal, as it provides passage for the optic nerve and ophthalmic artery. Next function is superior orbital fissure, as there is gap between greater and lesser wing that transmit cranial nerve number 3, 4, 6 and ophthalmic division or trigeminal nerve to the orbit. Articulation of sphenoid bone. It articulates with 12 bones, from which include cranial bones, as it articulates with the frontal bone, 2 parietal bone, 2 temporal bone, 1 occipital bone, and 1 ethmoid bone. It also articulates with facial bones that include 2 palatine bone, 2 zygomatic bone, and 1 vomer. Functions of sphenoid bone include protection, as it forms part of cranial cavity housing and protecting the pituitary gland. Second function is support, as it acts as a keystone bone holding other cranial bones together. Third function is air passage regulation, as it contains sphenoidal sinuses that lighten the skull and help in voice resonance. A fourth function is muscle attachment, as it provides attachment for muscles of mastication like pterygoid muscles. And then it has opening for neurovascular structure. There are numerous foramina in this that allow passage of important nerve and vessel. Conclusion of this lecture video. Sphenoid bone is centrally placed, butterfly-shaped bone that plays a critical role in both structure and function of skull. It supports the brain, houses the pituitary gland, forms part of orbit and cranial base, and provides passage for essential nerves and vessels. It is designated as a keystone of skull, highlights its importance in cranial structure. And this was all about sphenoid bone. Hopefully you liked the video. If you do, don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment. Thank you for watching.